Hi everyone, I'm Jim, and today I'm going to review Bitterness the Star, an album from 36 Crazyfists, which turns 20 today. It's an anniversary. Let's celebrate it together. Before we start the review, some background as usual. I first heard this band at the end of 2001 because the song Circle the Drain, which is actually on this album, the demo version, was on some sampler that I've got from someone, like maybe my sister's friend or whatever. There were many songs there, some stuff from Fear Factory, Machine Head, Dry Kill Logic, Spineshank, and also 36 Crazyfists. And it was amazing. The song captured me and I've remembered it, and years later, like in 2007 or 8, I finally searched for the band on the internet and listened to this album for the first time. These days, 36 Crazyfists is known as a metalcore band, but back then that wasn't the case, as most of the songs on this record were written in the 90s. They were a nu metal band, and it can be heard on this album because there is nothing metalcore about it. I wouldn't even call this alternative metal as well. This is pure nu metal to me. Also, it's not the first 36 Crazyfists record. The first one is called In the Skin, but it was an independent one, so people don't count it. But I do. It was great as well. Not as good as this one, but still interesting. You can find it on YouTube, check it out. Now, let's begin the review. The first song is called Turns to Ashes. All of the songs have a basic structure. The intro, verse, chorus, bridge, and again chorus. That's basically how each song unfolds, except the final one, which has more repetitions. When it comes to the instruments, each song on this record features a lot of bass, which is to be expected because this is a nu metal record, so the bassist is very audible. He has his own lines. He makes the music better in every possible way. The guitars on this track are very versatile and heavy, they change a lot. The drummer is phenomenal. He's playing with so much passion that you can feel it in every second of this song, and actually every song. So I would say instrumental work is phenomenal. No one is phoning it in. Everyone is playing at their best. At least that's what I hear on this record. The vocals, now this is our main focus on this record. They are soulful. There is so much depth and emotion behind them that even if you don't know English, and back then I did not know it that well, I did not understand what he was singing about, I was still feeling a lot of emotions, mostly sadness and anger, because you can feel it in his voice, and you are taking these emotions from this recording onto yourself. This is a thing that not many albums can do, but if you focus, you will hear it and you will feel it. And when it comes to replayability, each song here has a lot of it. You have no idea how many times I've heard these songs. I wouldn't give Left Hand Charity phenomenal instruments because it's an acoustic song. I would give it just great. So the score for Turns to Ashes is 11 out of 10. I consider this song to be a great opener, full of energy, and it prepares you for the next songs, which are going to be very various. They are going to have different vibes. The next song, One More Word, features Carl Severson. He's doing a great job on the vocals. He has a different voice from Brock, who's a 36 Crazyfists vocalist. Brock has this very soulful singing style and screaming, but he doesn't do growls, at least not on this album. But Carl is doing the growls, so the song is getting more brutal than the previous one. There is some corny vibe here, you know, the band Korn. I would give this one 11 out of 10 as well. You can hear that the lyrics are very individual. The vocalist is talking about his own personal life. I can say that most of the songs are targeted towards girlfriends, friends, stuff like that, so I can already put personal in the message. And I think that many people can relate to this message. Let's move on to the third song, An Agreement Called Forever. Now this is the first song that you're going to hear that is very sad. It has a lot of melodies. This song might make you cry because the vocals are very impactful and I just love it. It's 11 out of 10. This song means a lot to me. The fourth one is called 8 Minutes Upside Down. It continues the vibe of One More Word but with less screaming. It doesn't have that sorrow vibe like the previous song has, but it's an 11 out of 10 as well. Slit Wrist Theory. This is the first single from the album and the only song that has a music video. It's the most known track from the album as well. I love it, but I don't think that it deserves the legendary status. I would give this one 10 out of 10. And I can say the same thing about the next song, Bury Me Where I Fall, with Steve of Skin Rap. I am not a big fan of this band, but his vocals here match Brock's vocals. And I give this one 10 out of 10 as well. Dislocate. It brings me back to these emotions of the first songs. It's an 11 out of 10. 2 months from a year. I think this is the most important song vocally on this album and lyrically, full of emotions and sorrow. I think that this is the song about someone that the vocalist lost, maybe in a relationship. It's very powerful. This is the song I have heard the most times from this record and I have to give it 11 out of 10 as well. Please check it out. Chalk White has a very old school vibe. It's also very melodic. It's another banger basically. What can I say? I don't want this review to be like an hour long, so I just say it's just as good as the previous songs, 11 out of 10. All I Am. Now this is a very special song because I think it contains the most bass on the entire album. The bassist is doing a great melody in the verses. It can be easily heard. No matter how many times I hear this song, I cannot get tired of it. It's not boring. It has amazing breakdown at the end and the chorus, my god. The choruses on this album, they just flow so well. I usually don't like that much singing. I'm more of a screaming, growling type of guy. But here, you just feel so much because of them. This made me kind of sad because later 36 Crazyfists turned into a metalcore band and Brock still had great singing, but I think like it wasn't so emotional as on this album. Like I think here on these songs he gave us everything that he had in his voice, in his emotions. He truly cared and you can feel it throughout the album and it's just beautiful to me. So yeah, All I Am, amazing, 11 out of 10. I can say the same thing about Ceramic. It's more of an upbeat, energetic type of song, 11 out of 10 easily. Circle the Drain is the second most important song to me because, as you know already, it was the first song I've heard from this band, 11 out of 10. And the standard edition of the album ends on the song Left Hand Charity, which kinda gives me vibes of Nirvana, Something in the Way. It's an 11 out of 10. It touches your heart. So if I had to rate the album, I would say the production was tight, consistency was stable, there was never a time where we have a weak song or an average one, those bangers from the beginning to the end. Flow was ideal, the album never slowed down or made you feel bored. And replayability, hell yeah. This is a legendary album for me, and this is not the end of the review because there is a special edition, Crutch. Now this song was featured on the UK version of the album as well, an 11 out of 10 song for sure. If you've heard this album but you did not know about these bonus tracks, I would recommend you to check them out as soon as possible. All of these songs, Circular Drain, Chalk White and Disarray, are apparently from the 1999 demo. And that's interesting because I have seen that demo, I have heard it, and Disarray is not on it. So it wasn't on the demo, but you can hear that it's from the demo because it has the same production as all of the demo versions. And I don't understand why the special edition has omitted one more word, demo version. It's on the 1999 demo, and here on the special edition it was omitted. Silk the Drain demo version is for sure more raw. Backing vocals are done by the band, not Brock, because he can't do two voices at the same time. On the album there's only his voice, I think. I enjoyed this version as much as the album one. So I would give this one 11 out of 10 as well. Now Chalk White demo, I think this is an inferior version because the vocals are not that emotional, I think. I'll give this one 10 out of 10. And the final song, Disarray, it's a banger. The instruments, the vibe of this track is phenomenal. Again, it touches your soul. And I wish we could have heard more songs from this period of the band. Everything after Bitterness the Star just wasn't at the same level. So yeah, Disarray is 11 out of 10, and that's all from me. That's what I think about this album. Happy 20 years. If you haven't heard it, or if you've just listened to it and put it on the shelf and forgot about it, I think it's time to spin it once again. Maybe now you will feel it. Thank you for watching. If you like the review, like and subscribe. Write down in the comments your memories of Bitterness the Star. Tell me all about it. Stay tuned for more reviews, and I will see you next time. Bye!